go. Just goes on. Alrighty. Green on. Hello everybody. We're back again today. Alright, never mind, we're not back. It's so funny. Alright, computer. Computer. Alright. So, we got 3 more pots coming at you guys. I don't know. I'm so tired. It's in the morning here, but we gotta throw in the morning. It's a Wednesday, and so I just don't want to be throwing at like 12 at night or something, you know. So I'm gonna get right into it here. I'll see you guys over there in a second. All right, green off. It's kind of a shame that that happens. Move this over here. All right. Gotta be quick with it too today. I got working a little bit. Sleepy King. Yeah, a Sleepy King. Just a humble Sleepy King. Oh, man. Alrighty. There we go. Some new water. And let's start throwing. Okay. Pottery shelf. Okay. Push. Push. Push, push, push. Right to the bottom. Get that water up. The clay's a little bit softer. So what are some of the goals today? Some goals today are trying to make sure I don't try to go as tall as I was going the past couple of days, because the clay won't be able to support it. I can feel that right now. I gotta be quick, right? And so I'm not gonna be able to get nice even walls. And so I gotta be okay with things being a little bit off center. But I just gotta keep on making them. Alright, keep on making. Sometimes, you know, when I'm editing, I'll notice that when I talk, I stop sometimes. So I can't be stopping today. Sweet, centered, right into the middle here. Cut through that clay on the bottom edge. Take our finger, and we want to cut through this. Open up the little hole. We want to cut through that clay using our Captain Hook finger. Smooth that out just a little bit. We could probably smooth this out one more time. Alright, then round off this top edge. Bring that down. Okay. Right to the bottom. And I slowly bring this up. That's that llama pole. We got the volcano going right down to the bottom. Grab our knuckle. We want to push in. And our goal is to even out this wall. Right? It's a little bit off-centered. One side's a little bit thicker. Right? And to avoid the top getting all wonky, we really want to make sure that we don't follow along with the clay. We carve a new path for the clay. Right? And it's that carving of a new path. It's going to keep that on center. Kind of messed up right there. Great. A little bit of water. Just got a little bit more clay on this bottom that we could probably project upwards. It's a little bit thin on that top edge, so we're not going to do too much here. Just complete the pole. You can see where it starts getting really, really thin on that pole. Okay, let me get some of that water out. Nice. Here we go. I'm just walking up that twist, right? I'll go about here, maybe. Okay. In the middle. So that's okay. This side will also kind of collapse here. And so then we'll rest back flat. You know, if I just, there we go. Kind of force that down. And it's going to sit on there anyway. So we'll do that now. And so what's happening there is the rim is sitting on where it's most supported on that spiral, on that interior there. So it's holding that up, right? This almost looks very mushroom-like, right? But there's always something that's kind of cool is when the form itself is holding itself up, right? I always think that this is kind of a fun little shape to this bottom edge. I feel like this one looks like it's going to want to have petals in the skirt here, so let's see what happens. Do one pull and we'll see where we're at. Yeah, this works. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got 8. Sweet. So we can have 4 petals since we got 8. So you can see the 4 petals here. Alright. So I think that looks really nice. Okay, here's number 1. Okay, we gotta get number 2 going. You forget this is a race, bro. Gotta go quick. Gotta go quick. Alright, where's this? Dots. Line out the dots. On there, nice. Hold the clay, great. Sima says, I like what you're making. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's Aurora, says hello, hello. Hope y'all are doing well. It's early in the morning here. So I'm trying to get after it. And make some pots. All right. Seal that edge. Ready? Make sure you push that down. Once that is all nice and attached. V says hello. Hello. How are you doing? Your icon kind of reminds me of the Alienware logo. Alright, right to the bottom edge here. And bring this up. Going right back down to the bottom again. And bring that up. There we go. Bring it down. What inspired me to make this style of pots? It's very impressive. I think my biggest inspiration was myself. And I know that sounds super egotistical, but you know, these forms, they come from other forms that I was making, right? And it's only through just making multiples do I discover little messages hidden in the material that kind of give me insight on ways that I can make new forms, right? And so my inspiration was just kind of my dedication to the material, right? But I think I'm inspired by a lot of uh, gym bro energy, right? I'm not really a gym bro, but I think that there's like this motivational side of gym bro energy that I think is really interesting, and I think a lot of people just view it as like a toxic gym thing. But I think you can bring an intensity to any material if you want, right? And so that's why I'm making these every day. So for me, it was all about what can I, what type of forms can I make every day, but still have different results and still have it be like fresh every time I hit the wheel, right? And so that's kind of where these forms and this idea and this project kind of came to be. But yeah, anyway, we'll bring this in. A volcano. I was also thinking a lot about how a lot of people, when they make pots, right? They make, hold on, camera B. A lot of people, when they make pots that people made for, thousands and thousands of years. I thought to myself, you know what? Instead of making pots that people have made for thousands and thousands of years, I want to try to see if I can find my own style of pots, And so that's kind of where it all started from. There we go, a little bit of water bottom here again. Separate that little skirt right off the bottom, create that little bump. Again, get right underneath that bump. That's all we're doing, we're just slowly lifting that up. Nice. Alright, a little bit more water. And to emphasize it more, I kind of messed up that one vein there, but again, we're just going to be walking up the tree veins here. We just want to make sure that these get kind of tucked up. Okay. He says, I'm doing pottery class on the weekend. That's awesome. I feel like, I wish I would have started when I was a little bit younger, right? Just because I keep imagining on where I'd be now in my pottery level if I was to start when I was really young, right? But I also wonder too if maybe the time I started was necessary to make the type of forms I'm making now, So it might have just been a lucky thing maybe too. But that's awesome. I hope it goes well. No, they're just trees. They could probably be used as vases though, but they just exist. They don't, they're not trying to do nothing. I think a lot of times vases, the interiors are meant to hold something, right? Where on the interiors of these pots, I use them to, close off that interior. The interior becomes a design element rather than just a functional thing, right? I think a lot of times potters, when we make something, there's a prescribed value to a cup or a vessel, right? And so there's that innate value. So a lot of people, kind of they find value in making valuable things. And so my kind of thinking is, well, I want to make things that people don't have an innate value because of function, right? There's no utilitarian use. And so that's kind of what these pots are more about. Anyway, I like when I do a double tendril and the tendrils start to become like arms, right? This one's pretty long, so this one I'm going to have twisted up. And the key with these is that you really don't want to force them too much, right? You kind of want them to nestle and find their own way of interacting with the form here, right? As soon as you start to force a little bit too much, that's when they look a little bit too unnatural. I want them to almost look like they're growing there. So there's pot number 2. Bring that out there. Okay, sweet. All right, pot number 2. Camera A. All right. Got one more. I really do like when those tendrils become something else, right? Sometimes they become just another pattern on the bottom of the skirt of the tree there, right? But other times they'll actually become something alive, right? They almost have this look that they're like searching for something or wandering around. And so that's something I like about those pots. Anyway, push down. Push down, push down, push down. Come back, Clay, come back. All right, a little bit of water. Fingers right underneath. Slowly push that in. And bring that up. Again, look to the bottom. Slowly push that in. And bring that up. Now watch as this hand shifts from here out to the front to get ready to bring that up one more time, right? And so I always think about these throwing is kind of like you're playing a fighting video game, right? And you go to the menu and you look at your combos, right? And you figure out how you can stitch them together somehow, right? This is coming right down on the top. Slowly bring that towards my palm. Great. Thumbs down. Ready to bring thumb out. Remember, I want to cut through that bottom surface. Right to this edge. Great. Okay. Llama pull. Biting right on that rim. I'm slowly bring that inwards here. Nice. Sponge right to the bottom. Knuckle. Knuckle's holding on there. water handle's bottom. Get right down to that base. Separate that little chunk off. Create that little bump. So as you're throwing, really talk with what that clay is allowing you to do, right? Every single time you're on that wheel, the clay is going to give you a hard time in some areas, and it's going to give you an easy time in others, right? So why? Why is it doing that? Why is it acting the way it is, right? These are all kind of the things that we want to be searching for. Ooh. When you're doing this, right? BYT says hello. I hope you're doing well. Again, you just find this little bumpy. We're getting a little bit thin on this top, right? So when it's thin, just go a little bit slower, alright? Finish off that pole. Right? Always finish off that pole. Okay. Take some of the water out of the interior. This almost looks like a giant cup for milk or something. You could probably fit a half gallon of milk in there. Okay. Okay, and we just want to make sure these are evened out here. Watch. Do a manual twist on this. Really twist this up nice and tight. And then that way we have a starting point. Wow. Alright, just let's curl this in. Look at that. So we curl that edge inwards there. So again, we're creating more of a, here I'll show y'all, wheel. So you can kind of see that interior spiral, right? And how this edge is framing that spiral and interior there, right? Gray Rat asks, what am I listening to? This play was like you're alone after like nuclear fallout or something. I always just, I have my YouTube algorithm choose what I'm listening to every day. Yeah, the everybody always talks about this, something about Uzumaki, right? Like some book or something, like a scary book. And so I gotta read it. That's kind of what that spiral reminds me of. Pulling that out. Realistically, I feel like I want to give both these more of a pronounced spot here. I just want them to look like they're more flower-like. I gotta make sure I bring this in though. Yeah. My hair? I feel like you can barely see my hair. But thank you. I'm gonna have giant Willie Nelson braids, 2 of them. As I sit on the wheel, I'm gonna have to throw them right off my right over my shoulders. All right, so we'll keep this one in the back. I think this is one that we'll have on the top. All right, we'll grab these. Set those there. Number one. Turn this a little bit more over there. And we got number two here. So we got number two, right? And so that's number two. And then we got number three. So I'm gonna move this right on this top edge. All right. Look at that. Sweet. How's that image look? The image quality looks good. All right. Pottery shelf. Pottery shelf. Sweet. I guess I can't really, my battery's dead, so I can't really talk about the thing over there. But I guess I'll talk to with you guys right here. Someone said help me. No. I hope you're okay. Alright, so this one right here, this is the first one that we did today, right? Yeah. This is the first one that we did today, where the top, the tree top here is resting on that bottom edge, right? And so you can kind of see that clay rim sort of just nesting right on that rim to hold up that bottom there, right? And so it almost looks like a mushroom growing out of the ground or something, right? And then we got this one over here where there's like these two little tendrils that I kind of like led right up the side of the pot. And this almost looks like it's pulling that top rim down, right? And you can see it's ripped open here. I always thought the ripped open ones are kind of nice because that top rim starts acting as a framing device for that spiral that we kind of imbued into that pot earlier, right? And so then we have this one on the top here where it's a little bit more twisted up, right? And you can't really see the interior here, but the interior, you know, I'm folding that edge over, right? And so I'm really trying to create a thick rim there so I can highlight the spiral that's on the interior here. Let's see if we can see it. Camera B. Oh wait, not camera B. Wheel. Wheel. Can y'all see this? I feel like you can't really see this. Maybe a little bit, right? So you can kind of see that spiral on that interior there. Oh. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, is that rim acting as a framing device. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for watching. All the best and strong mentality. It's so funny. Somebody asked, is this recording or real live streaming? It's real. I'm a real human. But yeah. Alright, y'all. Alright. Thanks again for watching. I'll check you guys in the